Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. It is indeed your Kenyan boy BHA Frankenstein, and today we're going to be taking a look and we're going to be reviewing two products that I have here with me that I was able to get. So we're going to have a look at those two products. We're going to see the features that each of the products has, and we're going to do the unboxing of both the products, and we're going to test the products out. So let's get straight into the video. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Sony Walkman stroke MP3 player. You can see there Sony. I don't know if the camera can focus, but you can see there the box is written Sony with the price written at the bottom, 11,995. And to look at that, the Sony Walkman, and we're also going to look at some of the things that I've started to use and I've been using them frequently. So we're going to take a look at this, the Moondrop Aria, which is a bunch of IEMs, or basically in-ear monitors. So that's basically what we're going to be looking at today. So first off, we'll start with the Sony Walkman stroke MP3 player stroke photo player, because it can store photos, so provided you've transferred photos to it. So this is the box. It comes in sort of like a box that is sort of slanted, and then you have your Walkman stroke MP3 player inside. So we'll just open the box up and take everything out. So inside we do have our Walkman inside, and you do have some paperwork, some documentation that Sony always gives. So we'll get into the documentation. So you do have your user manual here that shows you how to use your Walkman stroke MP3 player and how to set it up and transfer songs and photos. It's kind of gigantic, just like the GTA 5 map or the GTA map that you normally get when you buy GTA video games. Kind of like the same thing, but this one is a bit smaller and a bit more compact. I don't know how exactly it was. I think that's exactly how it was folded. And then we have your instruction manual here that is written in various different languages so that everyone can understand the product and how to use and operate the product. Now, as we come to the product itself, this is the product itself. We just slide out this plastic piece, and this is how tiny it is. This is how tiny the Sony Walkman stroke MP3 player. This is the cheaper model. They do have a model that is quite larger than this and has more lengthy features than this, and you can see, even if you were to put it side by side with its original user manual, you can see the user manual is almost double its size. And this is what you get straight out of the box. And then you also get your free complimentary Sony earphones. I've not used these, so I don't know exactly how they sound. So this is something we are going to test and see the cable, how durable it is. So I'm guessing that's all you get out of the box. Sony don't really give you much to work with here. Straight out of the box, it's just gas and goes. You have your complimentary earphones here. I'm assuming these have bass as their original Sony earphones. They're just the regular ones. They kind of look like the ones you'd get in town or on the roadside for 150 shillings, but they are original Sony earphones, as you can see right there. And then put that to the side, and then we have the Walkman in itself. So you have a bunch of buttons here You can see you have your back button, your play button, your options button, which is also your power button, and then you have your play, pause, forward, back, up, down, and then on the side here you do have your volume rocker. So if you press it, volume up, volume down, and when you press the options button where my finger is, the device will eventually turn on. It will say Walkman and it will turn on. So right now this is just the interface. It just looks like the interface of a smartphone. It can't really be visible properly as my webcam doesn't have the best quality, but it has almost like the features of a smartphone. You do have your settings, you do have your playlists, you do have the go to song playback screen, you do have FM radio if you want to listen to radio on the fly, and then you do have the music, and then you do have the photos, which will give you the folder DCIM and picture depending on how you've categorized your folders. And yeah, so we'll be checking, I'll be giving you guys the price point for these two items. So that was the Sony Walkman. So I'll just be giving you the price of those devices. So the current price of this at which I bought it is $78. The price of this small thingamajig. My hand can even like cover it. You can see my hand can almost like cover it, and only slightly part of it will be visible. My hand can almost cover the entire of this. So this as standalone is $78. Fits in your pocket ergonomically. It's very tiny, it's very lightweight. It does not give you the hassle of carrying around heavy and bulky electronics. So it's just very nice, small, compact and intact. And I guess that's all there is to it. The volume on this is pretty loud for such a tiny device. And one thing I forgot to mention is when turning on the device, there's a button here on the side, this knob written hold. You can see where my finger is. So where my finger is, there's a knob written hold. So when you're powering on the device, make sure that the knob is down. It should not be on hold, so then make sure the knob is pushed down when you're powering on the device, as when you power on the device with the knob on hold, the device will automatically turn off. So it said power off. You can see I've switched it off with the options button. It's also your power button. So when I do turn on, I put the knob is now on hold, and then when I do press the power button, you can see that it just goes on. It will show the hold symbol and power off. So that's one thing you need to note when you are turning it on. Make sure this knob on the side for hold is pushed down, and I don't think there's anything else to discuss about this. And also the storage, it comes with I think 8 gigabytes of storage, which is enough to store your music. I don't think you're gonna have music that's gonna be more than 8 gigabytes, but nowadays there are music players with more than 8 gigabytes. So Sony, you need to amp up your game. But I'm not blaming Sony, because they have a better version of the Walkman. I mean, they have the new revamped Walkman going for $350, which is much larger than this and is almost the same size as your typical smartphone. So this is the cheaper version. This is what I could afford. This is the cheaper version of the Walkman. So it's not Sony's fault for putting 8 gigabytes. They do have a better version of this. And yeah, that's all for the Sony. There was a name, there was Sony NWE394. That is the name of this device, the Sony Walkman NWE394. And it comes, like I said, it comes with its own earphones, which we'll test out and see the sound quality of these earphones with my smartphone and see exactly how that fares on. And next on, we move to the next device that we're going to be taking a look at, and these are the Moondrop Aria. These are in-ear monitors. They are typically what are going to replace your headphones, as they have nice audio, they have nice bass, nice treble, nice mids, and this is exactly what is going to probably replace your headphones in the future with the advancements of technology that are coming up with in-ear monitors. So straight out of the box, this is what you get. You have your anime shori chilling over there, looking at some birds. I don't know, it doesn't look like birds, but next to her I think you can see some power grids, some power lines there where my finger is, some power lines. I think the moon somewhere around there, I think. And then there's also this batch of flowers next to her, just there. So I'm gonna push it out of the case, out of this cover where the anime girl is sitting, and this by far is premium packaging. You can see it says Aria Moondrop Aria, so you can see the Aria over there. So this is sort of like a magnetic plate in the way that it opens. So it's sort of a magnetic plate in the way that it opens. As you can see, you just lift here and voila, all your components are inside once you've lifted it. So just magnetic, so just pull the tab and voila, and all your components are inside. You can see your two earbuds, and when you do open the latch further, you can see you have some, I don't know, some coupon card, I don't know. Yeah, it's all written in Chinese, and it's written the name of the company, Chengdu Moondrop Technology Company Limited. It's written there, Chengdu Moondrop Company Technology. And also inside you do get your bag. It's not coming out of the case, so okay, finally we've gotten it out of the case. So this is where your ear tips will be for your earbuds, and also your cable is going to be here, and also these are your earbuds. You can see they just resemble the color that's already imprinted on the box, the gold and black stripes. So we're going to take out the earbuds, and then we're going to connect them to the cable, and then we're going to test them and see the sound quality, if the sound quality is going to dip from what I currently have. So right now everything is out of the box and we have everything, and these earbuds are very heavy compared to the ones I was using previously. These ones are slightly heavy, or way heavier than what I was using previously. And previously I was using these ones, the KZ from KZA Audio, the ZS10 Pro X. And you can see the box is here, and you can see how tiny the box is of these in-ear monitors compared to the same box by the Moondrop Aria. And you can see these are the ZSN Pro X, and these are the Moondrop Aria. And also when you look at the earbuds, these ones, they're gold, and then these ones, they're black with gold stripes. So you can see this is like gold, and then this is black with golden stripes, but this earbud is heavier than this one for the ZSN Pro X. And then once you do open up your bag that houses your cable, you open it up, and your cable, you'll find it sitting inside, And then inside the bag you find a bunch of ear tips that we're going to fit onto the earbuds. I'm just calling them earbuds as they are just as tiny as Bluetooth earbuds, but they actually aren't earbuds. So first you need to untangle your cable, and then after untangling it, you check the labels. So there's one labeled R and there's one labeled L, so that's both for right and left. So right now I'm wearing the ATH M50Xs, that is Audio-Technica M50Xs. No, these are the M20Xs, sorry chat, these are M20Xs, not M50. These are the Audio-Technica M20Xs. So I'm going to get a bunch of ear tips and we're going to fit them on the Moondrop Aria. So I'm gonna go with the small Q-tips or the small earpiece, as it will fit into the ears properly. So the larger ones tend to be nice, but they don't fit properly into the ear, so you don't get that sound that you really want from these once you put in the larger ones. But if you have big ears, then I'd suggest going for the larger ear tips, as you have been given a bag of assorted ear tips to choose from, so you don't have to worry. So you just take your earbud and you don't force it in. For me, what I personally like to do, I like to flip the earbud inside out. That way, once it's already flipped inside out, I can just measure the hole properly where it goes in and just ensure that it sits there properly. And after ensuring it has sat there properly, I just push it down gently and it slowly unfolds back into its normal shape. And I'll do the same for the other earbud. So I just take the earbud in itself and just push gently until it has entered into the hole. And once I can see that it has reached the bottom and it has gotten a perfect fit, then you know you have done everything correctly. And this is how they should look on a perfect fit. This is how they should look. I know everything is a little bit blurry because my camera is not clear, but that's how everything looks. And you just slot them into your ears. This is how they go. And after slotting them into your ears, now it is easy to tell which cable goes where, because you can see this is the left cable. It will go into this earbud, and the right cable will go into this earbud. So we'll start by connecting the cables and then putting them on and seeing how well they sound. So it's supposed to be connected this other way around. Once you've connected it, it will just go into the ear and then just slide at the back of your ear like that. Pretty simple and pretty straightforward. There's no two ways about it. It just goes in one way, and also for the other side it just goes in one way. So there's only one way in which it's supposed to go in, and once it goes in you'll hear it click, and after it clicks you just push it in, push it at the back of your ear, and you have a nice comfortable fit. And now we're going to do an audio test. So I'm going to power on the Walkman, and there are already some preloaded songs on the Walkman. I forgot to mention that. So I'll be testing the preloaded songs on the Walkman and the Moondrop Aria and seeing how good they sound. compared to the ones I've been using, the KZ ZNS Pro X. So I'm gonna skip through some songs. So I don't know if the volume is loud enough for it to be heard, but I'm going to increase the volume and put it right directly on the mic. I don't know how much of it can be heard or can be picked up by the mic, but you can hear it's very loud. It is indeed very loud, and it is, you can, as you've heard from the microphone picking up the audio, it is quite loud. Yeah, it is quite loud from the microphone picking up the audio. It is indeed quite loud, and I don't think there's anything else, but let's skip to a different song and we'll also hear the mic audio as well again. You can hear how loud it is right directly from the mic. This is on full volume, just with this tiny device, the Sony Walkman. Just this tiny device is able to push out that much audio, but as well the in-ear monitors as well themselves have very good sound. As you've heard, these are quite loud, even on a device as tiny as this Sony Walkman, being able to push out that much loud sound as it has. It's really good, and I'm really enjoying these new in-ear monitors. I don't know if we should test the complementary ones that came with the Walkman itself and see the comparison in audio. So I think it's best if we give them a test, because they came with the Walkman, and it is best to test what came with the Walkman itself as we conclude the video. So I'm going to, there's always a piece of shielded metal here, coated metal, that's always guarding these earplugs or earphones. So I'm going to just remove it, and I'm just going to put on these Sony complimentary earphones that came with the Walkman and see what kind of audio we're going to get. Is it going to be the same as the IEMs? As sound may vary based on what genre of music you're listening to. If it's rock, if it's pop, if it's R&B, if it's hip hop, if it's drum and bass, if it's EDM, if it's house. The sound may vary based on what the person is actually listening to. So your taste of music might be different to somebody else's taste of music. So it's just that the cable is pretty much tangled up, so I'm trying to untangle it, but I think I've got it for now, at least I think. Yep, I've been able to get it. And for the Sony ones, they've not been labeled which one is left and which one is right, so I'll just assume that one is left and one is right, because no labeling has been done, but I'll just assume one is left and one is right, because I've tried checking. Okay, they have been labeled, but it's very difficult to see. Over here where it's written Sony, there's an R, and over here there's an L. So I'm going to put them in. These ones are circular, unlike the in-ear monitors, which are almost like bubbly. So I've put them in. I'm going to turn on the Walkman, and we're going to see how it sounds. So just goes directly in, and Since the volume was on full blast, I'll put it to 10 volume. Actually, they sound pretty decent. They don't sound as bad as I thought they would. They just sound fine. The audio is good, but you're not getting the same quality as you're getting with the in-ear monitors. This is just the sound on low volume, and this is the sound as I increase the volume. You can see there's a difference in loudness between these ones and the in-ear monitors, but these ones are also quite loud. They're also quite loud, and they get quite loud as you increase the volume of your device. And also the sound quality may vary based on what app you are using to listen to the sound, because this is the hardware part of it. The Walkman covers both the hardware and the software part of it, but now with your smartphone it's the hardware, and you'll need to capture the software part of it, which will be your music player like Spotify, Tidal, Amazon Music, Deezer, or any other music app that you have that may offer very good audio quality or audio listening quality. So it all depends with your hardware and your software. And for music or in-ear monitors, I would suggest getting a DAC if you can afford to get a DAC. There are DACs that work on PC, and there are DACs that do work on Android, so I would suggest just getting yourself a DAC, as the DAC will really enhance your audio experience and it will boost the sound quality, as your phone probably does not have the right channels to handle such audio, so your phone will reduce the audio to the lowest level of quality that your phone can manage to produce the sound at. That's why when you listen to music or when you listen to sound from these various apps like Spotify, Tidal, and etc., the sound quality is going to vary, and the sound quality is going to be different from your typical music player or the stock player that comes with your phone. So ladies and gentlemen, that has been my review and my take on the Moondrop Aria and the Sony Walkman stroke MP3 player. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a thumbs up, and also don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, as that boosts the channel algorithm. And if you're new to the channel as well, don't forget to drop that free subscription, as it does help the channel, and it does support the channel, and it does enable the channel to grow. And with that being said, it has been your Kenyan boy BHE Frankenstein, and I will catch all of you in the next one, in peace out.